Now look, I know videos of shitting on high school have been remixed more times than the American flag, but I doubt you ever saw the one made by a juvenile imbecile that hasn't actually experienced it yet. For context, I'm about to become a 9th grader in like 2 weeks, and summer break was more exhausting than trying to watch Caillou because of all these academies and shit, and I doubt high school will offer me any kind of respite. So today, I'm gonna talk about things that scare me about high school, and like and subscribe if you enjoy this slop. One of the things that worries me the most is the grades, both in academics and behavior, because brother, what the fuck do you mean I need to get an overall of 94 to pass? I don't know why the standard is so high. Now I gotta stay up until 4 AM like I'm a Five Nights at Freddy's night guard to shove information into my cranium. I get 2 questions wrong and my grade is falling off harder than Jason Nash. To whoever made this the standard, I just want to ask how Davy Jones has more mercy than you, bro. I also expect my behavior grade to collapse like the Roman Empire if I'm 5 seconds late to one class, so I'd have to pull off Jack Sparrow level moves to save my ass. The last time I saw someone hating on minors this much was on r/fuck Manny. Now let's get into the specific subjects. The biggest concern I have in terms of school subjects is biology. For context, my overall grade in science in 8th grade was lower than the value of Lebanese pounds, so that should already give you an idea of how I would do in bio. I signed up for this because I thought shit would be easy, but turns out based on what I saw in my academy, I made a bigger miscalculation than Colin Powell. This shit is excruciating, bro. There's some nonsense about cell organelles, DNA replications, water molecules for some reason. I am so cooked, dog. I also don't really see the point of learning biology unless I'm trying to reenact Jurassic Park in real life. Like, I know the whole mitochondria meme is dead, but seriously, how will this help me pay my taxes or get a job? And it's not even enjoyable either, so it's a double whammy. As for math, I'm currently learning geometry, and this 2-column proof bullshit was probably one of the biggest banes of my existence for the past 5 weeks. I have a vocab list longer than the Soviet breadline to memorize, as well as 20 biological concepts, and now I have to memorize 30 different theorems and postulates. I legit wanted to commit the equalizer taunt in real life solving these kind of problems, bro. So yeah, I can only imagine how bad it will be in school. I'm also slightly worried about language arts class. We'll be writing Stephen King novel-length essays every 2 weeks about a random book we don't really care about. You bet your ass I'm gonna make a fucking Holy Roman Empire of buzzwords like significant and juxtaposition for my essay to sound smarter. There's also a 99% chance that we're gonna be reading Great Expectations, and as someone who has experienced this torturous load of hogwash firsthand, we are fucking done for if we actually go over it. But hey, at least the title fits because the teacher's expectation will be bigger than Hassan Piker's ego, and each of our sentences will need to be longer than Idi Amin's self-bestowed title. I'm not too worried about history though, because I somehow enjoyed the subject. You bet your ass I'm gonna be crashing out if someone calls Prussia Germany. I don't really have much to say about this, so moving on. I'm also joining the cross-country team next year, and I'm already starting to regret that decision even though I didn't even start yet. I'm probably going to meet the Lord after 10 minutes of running. I've been practicing on the treadmill for a bit, but that'll be as helpful as the Apache pistol. Now let's get into some miscellaneous concerns of mine. Firstly, I've been staying up later than the crying child for the whole summer, so my growth hormones were blocked like an average nice guy Penguin Z0 covers. Speaking of Penguin Z0, I'm at about the same height as him, and I'm kinda scared I'll be looking like Marty from Pirates of the Caribbean next to these motherfuckers built like Harold Hardrada when I go back to school. Relationships will also probably be one of my biggest concerns. There will be more ships than in the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom in the school. I will probably be peer pressure more than Guy de Luzino to get a girl, but I almost guarantee there will be at least one motherfucker that is more uncommitted to relationships than Henry VIII. I also heard teachers will be picking favorites like this is a fucking buffet, so I'll have to start bootlicking harder than Bashar al-Assad did to Vladimir Putin. And God forbid what kind of hellhole the locker room will become in high school. I guarantee fuckers will be whipping each other's asses like they're Uncle Ruckus and turn the locker room into a shithole more chaotic than the Balkan Peninsula. Now there are much more things I could yap about. Spanish, SAT tests, group projects, just to name a few. However, if I attempt to rant about everything about high school that makes me shake in my boots, we'll be here for a longer time than the Reconquista. I'm also running out of willpower to keep editing this video. Also, to any corny ass motherfucker who tells me, you should conquer these problems, brother, I am not Alexander the Great. But I think that's going to be everything for this video. This is just what I expect of the upcoming high school years. I'm not Prophet Daniel or anything, but yeah, it's just what I'm getting ready for. So yeah. If there's any high schooler watching this, just correct me anything I got wrong here. So yeah. Thanks for watching this. That's about it. See ya.